What's up, guys? My name is Sky and I want to welcome you all to BDX. Here at BDX, we are the world's only large-scale producer of compliant Delta-8 THC. And I know that's a bold claim to make, but we can back it up. In fact, BDX and our partners, Midas and Pegasus Processing, are the only companies in the world right now currently producing significant volumes of compliant Delta-8 THC. Now, what do I mean by compliant? Well, in the United States of America, the Drug Enforcement Agency defines any Delta-8 THC with above 0.3% Delta-9 THC to be a Schedule II controlled substance. And as far as we're concerned, that's bad news. So far, every Delta-8 THC product that I've purchased and tested has contained 1% or more Delta-9 THC. And that's bad news for any business or anyone that's trying to stay in business with Delta-8. That's not good. That's going to hurt these companies eventually. So why are all these stores selling a controlled substance? And yes, I know that law is ridiculous, but unless you're in a legal or rec state, it's still the law. Why is that happening? Well, most of these labs out there testing Delta-8 THC are not able to distinguish the difference between Delta-8 THC and Delta-9. They're so similar. They're isomers of each other. They're virtually identical. It's difficult for a lab to tell the difference. And right now, as far as I'm aware, the only lab that's really doing a good job of that is KCA Labs, which is the lab that BDX does all our testing with. Alright, so I'm in the quality control lab here at BDX. And behind me, this is our UPCC. That stands for Ultra Performance Convergence Chromatography. Most cannabis and hemp companies are using an HPLC. That stands for High Pressure Liquid Chromatography to do their hemp and cannabis testing and analytics. Now, HPLC is fine for many types of analytical testing. However, when you really need to get an extreme separation between two very similar molecules, like Delta-8 and Delta-9, this UPCC is much better. Now, the UPCC functions very much like an HPLC, except the UPCC uses supercritical CO2 as one of the mobile phases. And when you couple that with a chiral column, we are able to get extremely fine separation and definition between the Delta-8 and Delta-9 THC peaks. So, by using this UPCC, that allows us at BDX to make a Delta-8 THC distillate product that has non-detectable levels of Delta-9. Now, I will wager that 99% of all the Delta-8 products currently available for sale on the market today have above 0.3% Delta-9 THC. In fact, I'd say most of them have above 1% Delta-9 THC, which is fine unless, you're trying to be a legal company that's trying to stay in business. So, that's a problem. This molecule right here is Delta-8 THC, and this one is Delta-9 THC. The only difference between the two is the location of this double bond. On Delta-8, it's in the 8 position. On Delta-9, it's in the 9 position. This is a chromatogram on our UPCC of some material that we've produced. And right here is my Delta-8 THC peak. Right here is Delta-9 THC, and that is CBN. Now, as you can see,
we are showing the presence of Delta 9 THC here. So that is considered a no-go for us. So we are going to remediate this material further. Now, after the remediation process, the same material looks like this. We have Delta 8 THC peak and a CBN peak. Nothing else. Now, if I add the component line, that shows you where the Delta 9 would land and show up if there was Delta 9, would be right here. This material is non-detect. Everything we produce adheres to this standard.
If you guys want to see more about the true contents of many of these Delta 8 products, please subscribe and click the bell for notifications. Each week I'm going to be buying a Delta 8 product off the counter, taking it back here to my ultra performance convergence chromatography machine here at BDX and testing it. Then I'm going to tell you what the actual constituents of that product are. And please be sure to comment your favorite Delta 8 products, because I might pick one of those to buy and test. And for extra verification, I'm also going to be sending a sample of each thing I test to KCA Laboratories, just to be sure that my tests are accurate. Thanks guys. If you like this, please hit that like button, and I appreciate you coming back for more.